Today I'm announcing that New Zealand will ban all military-style semi-automatic weapons. We will also ban all assault rifles. We will ban all high-capacity magazines. We will ban all parts with the ability to convert semi-automatic or any other type of firearm into a military-style semi-automatic weapon. We will ban parts that cause a firearm to generate semi-automatic, automatic, or close to automatic gunfire. In short, every semi-automatic weapon used in the terrorist attack on Friday will be banned in this country.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about what you just saw, which was New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern banning all military-style semi-automatic weapons, or MSSA for short. Now, that's what they call them over in New Zealand, and I read up on it to figure out what is this really? What is an MSSA? And I discovered that it may not even include pistols, although pistols can also be semi-automatic, but we'll get to that in a moment. They also ban certain accessories. They ban things that could possibly transform your weapon from manual to semi-auto, or from semi-auto to fully auto. So all those things have been banned. Now, there's also going to be a gun buyback program, which ain't nothing but gun confiscation. Because if you don't sell your gun to the government, you may go to the penitentiary or face a steep fine. To me, that sounds like gun confiscation. But let's keep going. This comes as a result of the Christchurch shootings. It is a knee-jerk reaction, and it is a bad reaction. Now, I understand Christchurch, that was a tragedy. 50 people died. You had a crazy gunman, killed Muslims in the mosque while they're praying. Very unfortunate, big-time tragedy. But this is an isolated incident. New Zealand is a very safe country. You got about, 4.5 to 5 million people in the country total. You have about 1.5 or so million gun owners in the country. This was the first mass shooting since 1997 in the country. They average about 40 murders a year. In 2017, they had 35 murders, which was a 40-year low. And before that, it was already low in the country. It's a safe place to be. The Global Peace Index said that New Zealand is the second safest country on planet Earth, second to only Iceland. So it is a nice place to be. It is a beautiful place. It is a safe place. This incident was isolated. It doesn't make any sense to punish law-abiding citizens for the action of a crazy nut job that should get a death penalty. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. Now you're going to leave just regular everyday people more vulnerable to outside forces that come into their country and want to do them harm, or to people that are already here. You know, maybe if there were more guns in the Christchurch situation, there could have been less loss of life. I'm not blaming the victims here for not having guns or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying that you got to have a way to protect yourself against crazy people. Now, let's talk about what this guy, the shooter in the situation, put into his manifesto. He said that he wanted to have this happen to spark a gun grab, gun confiscation, and have a big debate be over gun rights. Now, he said he wanted that for the USA. It happened in New Zealand instantly. But in the USA, this is adding fuel to the fire. Bernie Sanders, for example, came out and said that we should follow New Zealand's lead and ban all these so-called assault weapons. Okay. And I suspect he won't be the last one to piggyback off of that. This is exactly what the guy, the shooter, put into a manifesto to begin with. That's why he did this, to have this kind of debate be raging on. Okay. So don't give this dude what he wants. Don't say his name. Don't show his face. He should just be somebody that is a nobody. Okay, he shouldn't really be, he shouldn't be anybody, and we shouldn't be trying to follow his lead and do what he dictates that we should be doing. Okay, New Zealand was a safe place before this. Well, all the gun owners, why was it safe? At a certain point, you got to point to the kind of culture you have in society. It's really simple. The guns aren't the problem. There are deeper issues than guns. But let's get back to what the lady was saying, or pardon me, the prime minister. Let's go back to what she was saying about semi-auto, fully auto, whatever. She was saying that the gun ban is going to be on guns that will allow you to fire continuously. What does that mean? As far as I know, when you have a semi-automatic weapon, it means that you're able to fire one bullet after the other. As quick as you can shoot will be as quick as the bullets come out of the actual gun. You cannot just depress the trigger and have bullets spray out automatically. That is called a machine gun. That is fully automatic, not semi-automatic. I don't understand why nobody really gets that point. All that it means to have a semi-automatic weapon is that you're able to load your magazine into the weapon, whether it be a rifle or a pistol, and you can just shoot without having to reload after every shot, like a flintlock pistol where you get the dust and the pellet and the stick, and you doing all this, that, and the third after every shot, or a cannonball or something like that. Okay, so you're talking about most guns on the market. Now, going back to this whole MSSA designation they have in New Zealand, for some reason, it's not really including pistols, if I'm reading correctly, but pistols are the same kind of function as most rifles, because you have a magazine in the pistol, magazine in a rifle. You can pull the trigger, one bullet comes out in both. So what's the difference? Whenever they say military style, semi-automatic, or assault weapons, they're talking about the way that the rifle looks. An AR-15, oh, big time scary. It ain't nothing but like a 22 long rifle, which is a basic rifle that you can get from Walmart. But the difference between the Walmart rifle and an AR-15 is just like the attachments and things make it look scary to the average person that's not a gun owner, that doesn't understand anything about guns. An AR-15 is not, they think that it stands for assault rifle, 15 rounds. AR stands for Armalite. It is a brand name, like Crayola crayons. It doesn't mean that the crayons are dangerous because it has Crayola. I mean, it's a brand name. That's it. It does not stand for assault rifle. So it's really just kind of a weird thing. People are banning things without even really knowing too much about them. You can't just depress a trigger on a semi-auto and have bullets spray out. That's just not what it is. So when she says continuous fire, what is she talking about? I'm not really sure. And to move on from that a little bit, but still staying right there, I've seen guys get shot by a manual gun and also a semi-auto. The guy that I saw that got shot by the manual weapon, I mean, he was permanently disfigured, wheelchair bound, blind, all of that. I'm talking about a shotgun, pump action. That right there is manual. You got to pump it after every shot. You can't just continuously pull the trigger on the shotgun. Well, unless you got a semi-automatic or automatic shotgun, that's a different story. But most shotguns, you can't just pull the trigger and have the bullets come out. You got to pump it to get the cartridge in the chamber, shoot, and then the bullets come out. I saw a guy that got shot one of them close point blank range. All of this is messed up. He had to get skin grafts. He was in the wheelchair, all of that. But I saw a guy that got shot with a regular 9mm pistol. You couldn't even tell he got shot. You wouldn't know he got shot unless he told you that he got shot. You're banning weapons that should be used for self-defense, home defense. It's not even about the power. It's not about anything. It's just about how they look and what you think about them. And because this tragedy happened, you want to do that. And then you have Americans piggybacking off of that. Don't do it. In America, we have Second Amendment. I'm not sure about New Zealand, but Second Amendment shall not be infringed. They're trying, when I say they, I mean the government and the media, in tandem with the government, they're trying to take away the gun rights. I'm not really for it. I say come and take it. This gun ban will only allow the invaders of your home to have the guns. Because, like I said before, you got about 1.5 million gun owners that exist right now. If you do this buyback or whatever you want to call it, gun confiscation, will all of the guns be turned over to the police? How about guns that are coming in through, illegal means? It may come from Australia or somewhere else, maybe even China through a boat. What you going to do about that when they come onto the shore? of New Zealand and you've disarmed the regular public, are you going to see the murder rate increase? How about London? London's murder rate has surpassed that of New York City, although they don't have guns, or they're not supposed to have guns. Now you got knife crime. Banning the tool of violence is not getting down to the core of why the violence happens. And until you can figure out that, you're not really going to be able to get anywhere. But in the case of New Zealand, it's not even an issue with violence in the country. It is a safe place to live. So this was just unnecessary and just a foolish move, in my humble opinion. That is pretty much all I got to say. What say you? Do you think this was a good idea to ban all semi-automatic weapons? If so, please explain to me why. How do you feel about the woman, the prime minister, saying that, we're banning guns that can fire continuously when you're talking about semi-automatic weapons? There seems to be a little bit lost in translation here. I'm not really sure. I think this was a knee-jerk reaction, unnecessary, and it will only endanger regular everyday civilians in New Zealand and not keep them safer. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.